Okay, we talked in the previous lecture about the arithmetic operations and operators. So in this lecture, we'll be talking about assignment operators. Now, just a quick reminder, to evaluate an expression like this one. So you need to make sure you follow the order of operations. So here you start with according to PEMDAS. So you start with the parentheses, we don't have parentheses, exponents, and then multiplication, modulus, and division first. So here we have a division first. 12 there, so we're not going to start 5 plus 12. Now, question is how, let's say for some reason I want to start with 5, with addition first. How can I do that? So to enforce a certain order, you need to use the parentheses. So the only way you can start with addition is if you have the parentheses. So in this case, you can add first, which is 5 plus 12, 17, then you can divide. But without these parentheses, division always take place before addition. So we're going to divide 12 by 7. So we're going to have 5 plus, we're not going to perform the addition. And then we're going to divide 12 by 7. So 12 by 7 is 1. And then you ignore the decimal. And then we have minus. And then 12 mod 9. So when you divide the 12 by 9, so you get 2, and the remainder is 2 as well. So the remainder is 2. And then plus, we don't perform the addition, then you multiply. So that's 12. And then you can add and subtract. So we have 5 plus 1, 6, minus 2 is 4, so that's 16. So let's find out if we're going to get 16, and sure enough, we got 16 here. Okay, now let's talk about the assignment operators. So there are certain assignment that we use frequently in Java. I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, we have the value of x is 10. So one of the assignment we use is x plus plus. So what does x plus plus means? X plus plus means adding 1, incrementing by 1. So now after adding 1 to 10, so the value of x is 11. So you get 11. The same thing for decrementing. So you put minus minus. That means you are decrementing the value of x by 1. That means basically subtracting 1 from the value of x. So you're going to get 9. Okay. So this is like a shortcut. Now what about if you want to add 2? So I cannot use this I cannot use minus minus plus plus. I need to use a different one. So I can put plus equal 2, for example. So x plus equal 2 means adding 2 to the value of 10. So now the value is 12. So basically this one is just shorthand for this. X equal x plus 2. These two expressions are exactly the same. They add 2 to the value of 10. So, but this is much, the second one is much easier and it takes less coding. So that's why it is most frequently used. Okay, but they have the same effect. Okay, the same thing for minus. X minus 2 is the same thing as x minus equal to. So these two are exactly the same thing. So let me show you that they have the same effect. So now let's print the value. So start subtracting 2, you get 8, right? Now what about if I use the first expression? So you can get exactly the same results because they have the same effect, 8. Okay? Now the same thing for multiply. So if you want to multiply by 2, this is the same thing. So multiply means what is the value of x after multiplying the original value, which is 10 by 2. So you get 20, whether you are using the first expression or the second one. Now let's try the first one. So you're going to get the same. the same answer, which is 20. And the same thing goes for division. If you want to divide, so use the expression using the division. So of course you're going to get the value of 5 because after dividing by 2, the new value of x is 5. And you can also do the same thing for the remainder or modulus. Okay. So we divide by 2, what's the remainder? So as you can see, because it's an even number, so you're going to get 0, and then you save 0. You save the value of 0 in x. Okay? So this is basically the assignment operators that we use frequently here. Okay, so thank you for watching and see you in the next lecture.